How do you eat a lobster? If you've never had a lobster, you may be scratching your head. And this will be a very practical guide. My method will be a little different than the instructions. Kind of the same, but in a little different order. They typically provide a bib. You may think you really don't need it, but you actually kind of need it. Now that we got our lobster, how do we get started here? I like to start with the tail. When they're cooked up, it just snaps right off. There's going to be a little bit of this green stuff in there. Most people eat it, but if it's your first time, you can wipe it off. With your hand, just snap the tail. Then you can remove the shell. The tail is probably the easiest part of the whole lobster. Dip that in butter and just enjoy that. Now from here, you may have to start getting into some tools. Now the claws will come right off. And there's not much meat in the legs, but you can pull those off as well. Once the legs are off, you can discard the rest. There's one more portion on the claw that you might be able to snap off by hand. To break the claws, you're going to need some tools. Separate the two pieces of the claw, then pull the meat out of the claw. Dip this in butter, and this is probably the best part of the entire lobster. Now the rest of the meat's going to be a fight. Pull all these apart, you could chew on them, and that's how you eat a lobster.